Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. What if guys, today is a brand new division video, and today I want to tell you guys everything you should know about this new global event. If you guys don't know, if you log in right now on the game, we have global event onslaught available, and I just pretty much wanted to do this video, go over the gear pieces, go over the mask, the modifiers, and give you guys some tips and tricks if you never played this global event, or if you haven't really been on the division in a little bit. Hopefully this video helps you out. So if you guys are new to this video or find it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's get right into this. Alright, so starting off first, for the gear pieces, we have Classified Firecrest, Classified Lone Star, Classified Predator's Mark, and Classified Reclaimer. This, in my opinion, is a really good combination between PvE builds and PvP builds. You have something like Firecrest and Lone Star and also Reclaimer that are really good for PvE. Then you also have Lone Star and Predator's Mark that are really good for PvP. And then obviously you can still use like Reclaimer for PvP and just kind of, I would say these builds are very viable for both PvP and PvE. It just really depends how you build them and how you use them. So if you're looking to complete any of those builds, or if you want to try out any of these gear pieces or just builds in total, definitely get on this global event. As for the masks, this is what we're getting. In my opinion, the middle one or the right one look the best. The one on the left looks pretty cool, I would say, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it. It's not really my cup of tea, but if you like it, it's whatever. But again, in my opinion, the middle one and the right one are definitely worth going for. Anyway, as for the red mask, though, or the Oni mask, that's the name of it. The way you actually get this one is burn 200, bleed 200, and gas 200 enemies during the Onslaught global event. So pretty much this one is, all you really have to do is just play this global event and just play with these modifiers. As I said, as long as you play the missions, as long as you just play throughout these 7 days, you should be able to get this one pretty easily. And, you know, again, all you have to do is just get kills on World Tier 5. It doesn't matter what difficulty, it could be challenging, hard, or normal. As long as you're getting the kills, then, you know, you should be fine. Up next, we have the Ember Mask, and all you do for this one is kill 5 enemies in a row with the effect of Vulnerable 2. So whenever you're playing these missions, the NPCs will have a specific kind of symbol above their heads. It's either going to be a burn, bleed, or gas effect, and as long as you have the same effect kind of equipped on your weapon, so the way you change it is actually by reloading. As long as you have the same one that's above their heads, you can kill them and kill 5 of them in a row with pretty much the same effect that you're matching on your gun. You will get this mask. It's pretty easy. As long as you just, you know, I guess follow those rules, you can get this within like 30 seconds, and it's definitely the easiest mask of this entire global event. For the last mask, we have the Smiler Mask, and the way you actually get this one is complete 4 events in the Onslaught playlist. Now on the right side, you guys can see the playlist, and we have Warner Gate Power Plant, we have Police Academy, we have Broadway, Russian Consulate, and the Stolen Signal. For this one, you actually have to do 4 of them, and there's 5 of them, obviously. For this, they do understand that everyone has the incursion, which is the Stolen Signal. So if you don't have this, if you don't have any incursions, it is okay. You could still get this mask 100% as long as you complete Russian Consulate, Broadway, Police Academy, and the Warner Gate Power Plant. So once again, you do not have to do Stolen Signal for this mask. As for the modifiers, the first one we do have is called the Onslaught modifier, and what it does is deal burn, bleed, and gas effects to enemies in addition to normal damage. Reload to change the effect. Pretty simple. Again, this one's always active. The next one we do have is called the Savage Onslaught, and this is onslaught behavior where enemies are vulnerable to one effect type and resistant to others. Agents take increased damage from resistant enemies. So this is actually what I was talking about earlier for the second mask, where you have to match the effect you have on your weapon to the effect above their names. As long as you do that, you will kill them pretty quickly. If you don't, they're going to be eating a lot of bullets, and it's going to be pretty hard to actually kill them if you don't match the same effect. The last one we do have is called the Brutal Onslaught, and this is Savage Onslaught Behavior Plus. When 2 or more group members kill vulnerable enemies within 2 seconds, each member can reload to gain a damage bonus for a single magazine. This one's pretty good if you don't do that much damage, if you are struggling to kill those enemies in specific missions. I would say this one's pretty good, but for this global event, I usually just play on the Savage Onslaught, or I just do pretty much with no modifiers. So it just really depends what I'm going for. But again, if you're struggling to do damage, if you want to try out Brutal Onslaught, it's pretty good, but in my opinion, Savage Onslaught is the way to go. The last thing I do want to mention are actually some tips and tricks on how to get GE credits really quickly, and not just for this global event, but just all global events in general. So first of all, if you are by yourself or playing with another person, I would recommend doing Lexington Event Center 100%. This mission's actually not on the playlist, but you could still do this, and as long as you do this on challenging, you get 750 G credits every single time, and you can pretty much complete this in like 7 to 8 minutes if you are, just working as a team and just, killing your enemies. So this one's really, really good. Once again, you could do this by yourself, you could do this with randoms, with another person, whatever the case is. It's really easy, really fast, and one of the best missions, I would say, for farming GE credits. Now, if you are playing with a set squad and you guys are fully geared out and you know what you're doing and you did this mission before, I would recommend doing Clear Sky 100%. For this one, on Heroic, you get 900 GE credits and you can pretty much finish this in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe even faster on like PC, or if you just do this a lot and you know what you're doing. But this one's really easy. Again, you cannot activate any of the modifiers because it's not part of the actual playlist, but you still get that modifier that's always active. And if you're just strictly going for G credits for the different tiers or just the classified gear, this is probably your best bet, I would say. As long as, again, you know what you're doing and you can pretty much complete this fast, then this is something you definitely want to do. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments. I respond to all my comments like always. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.